Pivot Learning Partners is a 17-year-old nonprofit organization whose mission is to develop the leaders of the future and help create the education organizations of the future. And the overarching idea is that we're all about revitalizing the public education system.
When we go into a district, we try to look at the whole system in a district. What's going on from the classroom to a principal, to district office staff, and at the district office.
There are multiple layers of the education system. The education system does not start and stop inside that classroom. It flows down from federal policy to state policy to, in the state of California, to county boards of education, to school districts, to individual principals, down to teachers, down to students. There's a layered chain of the way that not only decisions are made, but the way that people are held accountable. And one of the things that we're trying to help districts do is to learn how to better function within that chain and to help bring accountability locally.
Many organizations have a canned product. They have one product and they will fly in and provide a notebook for every one of the participants and get on the plane and fly right back out again. We're walking beside them as thinking partners. We help them implement the plan. We help them monitor the plan and hold them accountable for the things that they want to get done.
Think about the light bulb for a minute. So you got proliferation of all different kinds of eco light bulbs now. You can buy the little squirrely ones like this or the long ones. Some of them look like neon, some of them don't, some have white light, yellow light. Everybody's competing to see who can do the most energy efficient light bulb and still have a nice warm light, right? Well, that innovation would only be possible if there was a standardized socket, and there is. The role of the district is to be the socket. The district has to have some basic standardized systems. That socket is the school, that socket is the district HR system, that socket is the district's resource distribution system. There are many, many systems that we need to depend on that are not efficient and not supporting those light bulbs.
Our approach is really about building the leadership capacity and the systems to support leaders in implementing the Common Core. So we're also focusing on shrinking the chains for districts. So we give them a couple of different entry points. Instead of saying, you know, in the next 2 years you have to redesign it, the way you're doing instruction, the way you're doing curriculum, and how you're doing assessment, and let's start all at once. We really say there's a lot of uncertainty out there. We encourage you to focus on one thing and go really deep on it.
One of the challenges for parents is understanding the 21st century learning environment. Parents are interested in two kinds of data. Those data that track their child's performance and the hardware and software that the children are going to be using in classrooms. With a new emphasis on 21st century learning and tools, school districts have to make the decision about what tools are going to be left in the classroom and what tools go home with the children. It is very important that those tools be equitable in their use. Some kids have access to internet at home and some don't. So when schools have to make the decision about what tools and services are going to be used with children, they have to also understand what are the limitations of those technology tools at home. I think that's a big concern for parents.
We're unusual at Pivot in that we think school districts matter. Districts often have had a bad reputation as bureaucracies that would be better improved away, and we often get the advice that we should spend money only at the classroom level. But rather than be district bureaucracies, what we think is the function of the school district is as the owner of the goal of creating an equitable system of schools. And by that I mean, if we're going to have good schools in every neighborhood and good educational opportunities for every child, somebody has to be in charge and responsible for that goal. You can't do that from Sacramento. An individual teacher can't do that. An individual principal working in a school can't do that. There has to be somebody whose job it is to make sure we've got a system of schools that provides a good opportunity for every kid. And that's what school districts should do, and we believe can do.